Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
This podcast is for the person that's looking to achieve their goals, get out of adversity, get out of your rut, stop being average, maybe living a life on purpose. So here we are today. It's another beautiful day outside. It really is. And I'll tell you why it's a beautiful day. Because I got up with a purpose and I had some intention of what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go with my morning, and it's happening. And I'm starting to feel like a little bit of momentum going today. Doesn't happen all the time, but I try for it every single day. And when I follow my blueprint, things seem just to work out. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit about yesterday, go into the next part of the blueprint in summary to give you an idea of how this works. So yesterday we talked about the 7 effective steps to goal setting, like my interpretation, my summary of what I read out of the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I've read it a few different times, and this is what I've taken out of it, and this is what I've trained people on in sales management, in personal, and I've covered this a lot over the last 15 years. It's a cornerstone of what I train on. So if you did some of this stuff yesterday, go back, listen to the podcast, check it out. Just listen to the different bullet points and see if you can create something out of it for yourself. Today is really all about the mindset. So today's the mindset, what I call the no comfort zone mindset. Here's why. So why you have to get uncomfortable. It sounds so cliche, but why you have to get uncomfortable is because your brain will find a way to be safe and secure. And sometimes safe and secure is maybe not getting out of bed because you're safe and secure. Everything's okay. But man, there's a beast out there and it's coming after you. And that's the way that I look at it. I look at that average, everything's fine, everything's okay, complacency. That's the beast and it's coming after me. I don't want normal. I don't want average. I'm just not that person. And if you're listening to this podcast, my hope for you is that you go after what you're wanting because you're worth it. You're worthwhile. I believe in you. And you're by design created to create great things. You are a creator. And how you do that is you're going to have to really get out of your comfort zone. So what do you do? In the mindset of the no comfort zone, there's 4 different parts. And the first one is you really have to become aware of your surroundings. Look at your relationship, look at your finances, look at your business, look at your family, look at your own personal health, look at your spiritual well-being. Take an inventory, do it, write it all out. Just see where you're at. Just become aware. Take a good, hard, long look in the mirror at yourself. And is this the person you intended or wanted to be? That's all you really have to decide at that point is this who I am, and is this what I want? The next part of it is to identify. Once you cover all those areas that I mentioned, you just look and you identify, how did I get here? When I entered my own personal challenge in the no comfort zone over 60 days, what I did, I took an inventory just like this, didn't like what I saw. How did I get here? What was the problems? Why did I wind up where I'm at? And then basically, what are the solutions? I didn't spend a lot of time in this phase, but I spent enough time to realize that I make poor decisions. I look for comfort. I look for the easy way out. I look for distractions. For example, I want to have a good productive workday. So what's the first thing I do? I clean my desk. 2.5 hours later, now I'm getting into the workday and I get distracted by something else. So I really procrastinate by wanting to clean my desk so I get a sense of accomplishment. Fact is that I just need to buckle down and do what I need to do. And when I do those things, at the end of the day, I can clean up if I want at the end of the day. The cleanliness doesn't really meet production, although I demand certain levels of cleanliness in my operation, but it really comes down to the most important thing is the most important thing. And sometimes it's not cleaning your desk. It's doing the next thing that's going to get you one step towards accomplishment. So really by identifying how you got there, whether it's procrastination, frustration, overwhelm, distraction, take it, step by step. There's an old saying, I guess it's an African proverb. If you want to eat an elephant, how do you do it? Bite by bite. Pretty simple, right? It's a good thing to go by. Then you have to decide. This is the hard part, because making a decision on where you want to go with your life is sometimes the most difficult thing. So at first, I had all of these different directions I wanted to go, and none of them were going really in the same direction. So what I ended up doing was I decided, I wanted to write a book. I decided that I really wanted to do this podcast. I decided that I wanted to create this movement with the No Comfort Zone. I decided I want to get back in my industry and really kill it again. And I decided that what I'm going to do is surround myself with 5 really good people. I'm going to be influenced by 5 really good people that have great ethics, good values, good morality, good family life, and success in all areas of their life. And I'm going to hang around those people, because I do believe you do become the sum total or whatever of the 5 people you hang around with. So that's what I am currently doing. But it was hard to take the first step. So what I did is I took out a sheet of graph paper and I wrote down where I'm currently at right now. Basically, who am I right now, and the person I wanted to be. And then I wrote down across the graph paper, in a linear fashion, like line number 1 was the book, line number 2 was the podcast, line number 3. And the only thing I had to do was each day I taped it up on a wall. Each day I had to color in a box when I made a step in that direction. And you would be amazed, and I had my health in there too, and you would be amazed when you start to see 3 or 4 days back to back where you did something, how much progress you can make. And that's really what it is building a little bit of momentum. But the problem that I had is in making the decision where I wanted to go, I would always get into this comfortable phase of hitting the snooze button, grabbing this type of food at this time of the day or evening or whatever it was, or previously getting into a relationship, even though it might not have been the best relationship to get into. These things made me feel good in the moment, but they weren't long term. So I realized by denying myself these certain things, giving up certain things, and focusing on other things, it sounds so simple. But if you're not where you want to be at with your goals, and if you're not really like thinking to yourself, I woke up and this is the person I want to be today, you need to get on the blueprint. Because after you set your goals on where you want to go with your life and what you really want, you put the timeline in place, guess what? Now you got to get your mind right. How am I going to do the activities? And this happens in moments. And then you have to decide what actions you need to take. One of the first things I had to do, and it took years, and for you people that are out there right now, I'm driving to and from work. It's not a perfect audio podcast. It's not perfect. I know that. But I believe the intent of my content is very valuable, and it helps me on a daily basis. And that's my goal for you, is to help you. So it's not perfect. And I've waited so long to be perfect that I said, screw it. I'm just going to get a microphone for my phone. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to drive to work, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going through, what challenges, struggles, successes, and failures that I'm having, share it with you. You might be able to learn from it, and you might be able to get someplace in your life that you want to go, because in the end, think about it. If you became the person that you really wanted to be, if you crushed it at work, if you were passionate in your relationship, if you were dialed in with what your kids and what they're going on in their lives, and they can communicate with you openly, and these are mistakes that I've had that I'm working on now. If you had your finances in line where you knew, okay, I knew how much is coming in, I know how much is going out, I know where and what to invest, and also the people I'm surrounding myself with, if you had all these things, how great or how cool would that be for you to actually start designing the life you've always wanted to live? And the blueprint really helps you with that. And so does this podcast. I really believe that. I'm getting some awesome feedback lately on these podcasts. Are getting more and more clear with, direction, because I was kind of all over the place. I still am. It's just the way I am as a person. And no, it's not ADHD. Go back and listen to the podcast about labels. It's ridiculous. I'm excited about a lot of different things, and I like to talk a lot about a lot of different stuff because I'm passionate, and now I have intention. And the intention for today is simple. Become aware really of who you are. Jot it down. And you have to ask yourself, is it the person you've always wanted to be? Do you even know the person you wanted to be? And if not, how did you identify? How exactly did you become the person you are? What decisions, behaviors, habits, what things make you tick? What things make you talk? What's good and what's bad? Write it all down and figure that part out. Don't spend a lot of time on this, but do reflect on it. If you're 30 pounds overweight and you want to show your abs, what do you need to do? Well, you need to stop eating donuts. You need to stop eating pizza, stop eating late night. You need to start eating right. You need to exercise early, drink a lot of water, all those things. Moderation is the key, but even moderation should be done in moderation. So what I want you to do is I want you to realize that once you've identified exactly where you want to go with this, decide. I am going to do this with intent. Go back to the goals, like we talked about yesterday. And then what actions do you need to take? And then take a step forward now. Now. You want to go get fit? Go in the closet and do 10 push-ups. I dare you to get uncomfortable and go do it. Accomplishment, oh, but what will people think? What will I do? I'll sweat. I'll do this. Knock it off. That's why you're in the boat that you're in. Really, you need to take action. And that's the point about being uncomfortable. When you're relaxing and everything's good over the 60-day time period, you're supposed to have those minutes. After eating a dinner and you're fat and you want to sit on the couch, how about this? How about go for a walk? Take your walk for dogs. Yeah, but it's snowing outside. Put your boots on, put your jacket on, and go outside and go for a walk. Accomplish something. Do it for 10 minutes and come back in. Believe you me, the couch will be there when you're done. And if you keep doing this through a set time period over a set period of time, like for example, 5 o'clock in the morning is when my no comfort zone starts till 10:30 at night. Hey, 60 days, I can do that. And I know you can too. So that's the second part I wanted to tell you of the blueprint. The first one's like the intro about the goals, 7 effective steps to goal setting. The second one is the no comfort zone mindset. I really hope this helped and served you. And my goal for you is to get out of your comfort zone, go towards your goals, get out of your adversity, get rid of your problems, and focus on the solutions. I got to circle back because I forgot one thing. Your brain will, in fact, 100% solve problems. And if you think everything's fine, comfortable, and okay, your brain has no problems to solve. So your brain is going to help you to stay comfortable. You have to identify what problems that you have in your life. Because if you're not where you want to be at, it's time to turn up the thermostat. Tell your brain you got some problems, and then your brain will go to town. You just have to get out of the way. You have to quit procrastinating, and you have to let your brain do its job. But then when your brain says, hey, this is going to be uncomfortable, do it. Take action now. Okay? So sorry I had to recap on that, but I did get a little distracted there. Hope you have a great, fantastic day today with intention. Become the person you want to be with intention. Live a life on purpose. Become happier by doing the things that make you uncomfortable. And I promise you, at the end of this journey, you're going to be the person you want to be. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next episode of The No Comfort Zone.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.